That's no moon. That's right, it is the galaxy's most famous space station, the Death Star. And for today, in Art with Jim, we are going to learn how to make our own Death Star drawings and collages. It is going to be most excellent. So, let me draw your attention here. Today, instead of using white paper, we are using black paper. We're not going to just be using one piece, as we actually need two. But I'm going to start with one piece for now. Notice if I'm using black paper, I need to change up the type of pencil I'm using. So I have, that's right, a white pencil, because it's going to show up really nicely for the video here. So I need to get this design somehow here. How do I do it? Well, again, feeling like I'm being in a nice mood today, I am going to not make you draw a perfect circle, right? Because that's impossible. I went and I grabbed some jar lids right around the house and a paint cap, two different sizes, and I'm going to set them up here so that you can guess why I need two different sizes. Does this look similar to this? Yes, that's right, right? Because we have the shape of the station, plus we have this little satellite laser piece here. So I need two different circles, hence two different things to trace. So let me trace my first shape, the larger of the two, just like that. Now, I could trace this here, right? And I could have a nice drawing of the Death Star started. But for today's magic, we actually need two separate circles. Because remember I mentioned we're doing collage? Yes, I did, because we're going to need to cut these circles out. So they can't be one on top of each other. They have to be separate. Now, are these perfect circles? Absolutely not. Even tracing, not quite perfect, right? Drawing that perfect circle, that's something we have to really work towards. Even tracing it can be hard. So, grabbing my scissors, take your time. The more time you take, the nicer the cut will be. And the small one's actually a little harder, so I'm going to do that one first. Set that down there. Are we happy? Yeah, we're happy. So, go for the bigger circle. I go a little faster, right, because I'm on video. But you guys can take your time. Absolutely take your time. Right, take as much time as it needs. Okay. And you know the edge there, it's got a little jagged. That's okay. I'm not going to fuss too much about that. Because remember I mentioned magic? Yeah, the magic will come, even without that perfect shape. So, two circles. That's actually kind of cool, just like that, right? But I promised magic, so we're going to go towards magic. What I need to show you guys now is a little bit about how light works. How does light work? Well, I have this bouncy ball here that's in the shape and design of Jupiter, right? This is a flat circle, right? 2D, flat. This is what? What dimension did I go into? Absolutely, the third dimension, right? I can hold it, it's physical. And the way that light shines on it is different too, right? Because it's round, notice that the light kind of curves. Do you see how it curves? Just like that. And notice how when there's a light on it, I'm gonna make the light a little more intense. There becomes a light side and the dark side. So anybody who's watched Star Wars knows all about the dark side, but this is an actual literal dark side, right? All the planets have those, right? There's a light side where the star or sun is shining, and the dark side that's in shadow. So that's what we're going for here. That's the work I need to do. Okay, so paper. So far I've used paper, white pencil, scissors. This is probably maybe the toughest to come by material if you don't have it, but it is a chalk pastel. If you do not have chalk pastels, I thought of a substitute. You can just use any kind of chalk. It will work. You can use outdoor chalk that you use on the sidewalk. That would be fine. So the idea is that it's chalk, right? Because we're gonna have to blend it with our fingers, and I'll show you what I mean. So again, pointing here, light side, right? Dark side. Well, I already have dark, so I'm gonna go for the light side. Now I'm drawing on cardboard. Notice there I get this kind of little lines going across it. I don't really want those, but I'm gonna show you how to work through it, right? I'm gonna use my pinky to blend. And notice I made it curved, right? Just like here. That's how we're telling our brains that, hey, this thing isn't flat. It's 3D. It's a sphere. Whoa. It's already starting to work a little bit, right? Let me hold it up here so you can see it. Wow. Kind of getting there. Notice though how intense the light is here. Intense in this case means bright. Notice how bright it is. Now I'm creating a lot of dust. That's certainly okay. I just have to be careful. Don't want to kind of blow that around, right? I don't want to get that on the floor. Definitely a project for the table. All right, let's see it. Whoa, not bad. I think that's actually pretty cool. And I could just blend it. It's actually really fun just to blend with your finger. Okay, what do I do with the dust? Well, here's a paper towel. Just gonna kind of wipe that off, right? Because I don't want that white all over my paper. There, nice clean surface. Wow, we did it. Okay, next step, small circle. Now here's where it gets really kind of tricky and not maybe what you'd expect. But notice the light is shining here. We have a shiny side here on the right. But look what happens to the inside. It's concave. It goes in like a cave, right? And it reverses. This side now catches the light, so it's actually reverse. Even though the light is shining from the right, the left side gets bright. But you're already a pro, right, at blending and shading. So all you have to do is reverse it. Right, I put some chalk down on one side, and I lightened it and blended it with my finger. Okay, here's your first glimpse of some magic. Ready? I'm gonna put this on top. Whoa. That is super cool. Wow, so we're almost there. We've almost made the Death Star. Pretty convincing. Now, one thing I'm gonna do before I move forward is I love how there's little details, right? On the Death Star. There's kind of a line. You can barely see it. Just kind of going straight across. Just like that. I didn't push really hard, right? And then there's some lights, right? We got to show that there are people on this thing, right? Maybe that's where Leia is right there in that light. And maybe this is where Darth Vader is right up there. Okay, now I'm going to put this on here. And watch this. You notice there's another circle. Death Star is actually made up of 3 circles. Whoa. Just make that there. How cool is that? That is awesome. I could probably just glue this onto here and say, hey, I think I did my work for today. I made something really cool. But we're going to push it a little further. Okay. I'm going to go with some glue. I'm going to put some glue on the back. And I'm going to glue it down. Just like that. Wow. Again. I have to be careful, right? The pastel can wipe off. If I go like this, it all kind of wipes off. So I'm just being kind of careful here. That's why it was important to kind of clean up the area. Because the chalk can get over kind of everything. It's never perfect. And you might make a little mess. That's okay. Okay. Now I'm going to glue it down here. Just kind of on that angle. Here. Okay. What's left? Well, the Death Star is going to be near a planet. I asked really nicely. I was able to borrow the top of this pot. And I'm going to switch here. There's Endor. It looks a whole lot like Earth, right? Primarily it is what color? Yep, it is blue. So I traced some blue down. You could do pencil first. I was feeling nice and confident. I added some blue. Right like that. Whoa. And again, blend it. I didn't even push that hard. The harder you push, the more dust you get. So I don't like to push too hard. Okay, maybe some yellow. Why yellow? Well, yellow and blue make... That's amazing. It makes green, right? And this is Endor. So for those of you following along, Endor is home to the beloved Ewoks. And they live in the forest. So it looks a lot like Earth, right? Because we have forests here on Earth. All right, last thing. I'm making some swirls. Why? Well, I'm not making it up. I'm just looking at this photo here. That's kind of the clouds, right? I'm just just gonna blend it here. That's pretty cool. The Death Star is looking awfully close to Endor here. I would be nervous if I was an Ewok, but you know what? I think the Ewoks have a good chance. All right, last but not least, this is just some bright paint, right? Put some bright paint on my foil here. Grab my trusty Q-tip. Whoa, what's happening here? Check it out. I have stars. There are stars around, right? I'm actually making a galaxy here. And you know what? Let's do this. Shooting star. You know, shooting stars are good luck. And maybe the Ewoks, even though I don't think they need it, but maybe they do need a little luck. Okay, there we go. There is my Death Star drawing and collage, right? Collage means I just kind of cut things out and put it all together, pieced it together to make this really cool scene. I'm very, very happy with what I made. You guys can design any planet you want. And in fact, you can kind of create your own design. If you just want to do a scene of planets, you could do that too. All right, next week, we will learn how to weave Wookiee fur into a beautiful Mother's Day scarf. So, may the Force be with you, and I will see you next time.